Afternoon, all. So, today we got 3 games done already. No overtime needed, so I can do the review now. I was thinking, well, if there's overtime shootouts, I'd have to do the review after the first period of Pittsburgh and Philly, but nope, that's not the case. So, 3 games done, 8 games still to go on this absolutely gorgeous Sunday here. And anybody curious, it looks like the move is going to be taking place within the next 2 weeks. I should be on the new set within the next 2 weeks. All right. First up, we've got Edmonton and Columbus. So good news for Oiler fans who are mad at me about the power rankings. Edmonton lost today, so the 4-game winning streak is done. And Columbus, it's a trap game, right? This is how trap games work. You go out there, you put it all on the line. You go out there, you beat the Colorado Avalanche, and then you go out on the road and you have a letdown. Also, Elvis. So it's Koskinen versus Merzlikins in this one. The Oilers get the lead. It's Kane from McDavid at 3:08. The Oilers get a power play. That was unsuccessful. The shots are 5-3 for Columbus at 9 minutes, but they're behind. And so Sillinger can't bury one in close. Kulak had a rush chance that was deflected out. Barry has a shot or Kulak's rush chance was saved. Barry's shot deflects out. And then Columbus ties it. It's Robinson for Voracek at 15:58, a bouncing puck. We see a lot of bouncing pucks this time of year, and I really think that, humidity and heat outside and all that, this is the thing. You're going to see some iffy ice conditions over the next couple of months because now it's getting really warm out, and that does affect some of the arenas, not all, right? So, bouncing puck there, the Oilers try to answer. Things get kind of brawly with 1 minute and 32 seconds left. Columbus comes out of that with a power play. There was a shorthanded 2-on-1 for the Oilers. Hyman fires that wide. So that rolls over into the second period where the Oilers finish the kill. Then there's a press by Edmonton at 1.5 minutes. The Oilers press again. They draw themselves a power play. Barry misses high during that. Draisaitl does not. He gets the power play marker from McDavid and Barry at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. McDavid's got 118 points. The interesting thing is he's slowed down from what he was doing early in the season. That 118 points that'll end up being probably 120 at the end of the season, we'll look at and go, yeah, but he probably could have got more. It's ridiculous. Columbus presses at 8.5 minutes. Bjorkstrand has a net feed that's blocked. Shots are 7-4 in favor of the Oilers with 9 minutes left. Roslovic hits a crossbar and a rush opportunity. The Oilers press with 5.5 minutes left. Columbus then gets a power play, and the Oilers kill it off. So we go to the third period. Koskinen was tested early, and then it's another bouncer. Bjorkstrand from Sillinger and Nyquist at 1:36. So just weird bounces and deflections and ends up in the net. That ties the game at 2. And then Columbus presses for the lead. The Oilers would get a power play. McDavid was denied. That was killed off. Oilers press at 7 minutes. However, Columbus gets a power play, and they score on it. It's Blankenberg with his first NHL goal from Voracek and Bjorkstrand at 9:14. The Oilers press to tie it, but eventually they add another. Do the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's Roslovic from Voracek at 16:45. I think he's got 9 goals in his last 7 games or something like that. Roslovic's playing well. With 2:11 left, Edmonton both calls a timeout and pulls the goaltender, which means an empty net goal for the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's Sillinger from Bjorkstrand at 19:13. And so your final score is 5-2. Columbus, with that victory, they go to 36-36-7, back to NHL 500. For the Oilers, 46-27-6. They were trying to clinch home ice in the first round. They didn't do it. They're going to get home ice in the first round, but this just delays it. Your shots in this one, 12-10 Columbus in the first, 14-9 Edmonton in the second, 11-10 Edmonton in the third. Final shots, 35-31 for the Oilers. Power plays, the Oilers 1 for 3, Columbus 1 for 4. The hits were 21-8 for Columbus. Your goaltending numbers, Koskinen, 26 saves on 30 shots. Merzlikins saves 32 out of 34. So overall, Columbus played a very good game. For Edmonton, again, it's your standard trap game. It's hard to get up emotionally for every single game. It's a busy schedule. I think they'll bounce back in their next game. All right, moving on. Columbus. We already did Columbus. Now we're on to Carolina in against the New York Islanders. So the Islanders, it's been a rough go for them lately. This doesn't change that storyline. So, from last night's power rankings, these results today would tell me that Columbus goes to 21, dropping the Islanders to 22. Right? The Islanders were 21 last night, right? I don't know. I don't watch my power rankings. So, it's Ranta versus Varlamov. Stepan would score early at 2:25, and so Nice to see him back in the lineup. He gets that. Canes get a power play, and they score on it. It's Jarvis on the power play from Svechnikov and Aho at 8 minutes and 9 seconds. So it's 2-0 in favor of Carolina, even though they haven't had a lot of shots yet. Domi and Chara get roughing minors, so we have a 4-on-4. The Islanders press with 6.5 minutes left. The shots are 9-4 for the Islanders with 5 minutes left. So the Islanders are playing well, and again, just really Carolina taking advantage of the few opportunities they had in the first. And then there was a question of whether or not one of the pucks went in the net for the Islanders. The review says it did not. Canes press with 3.5 minutes left. Stepan's denied as they press some more. And then Johnston would add one for the New York Islanders from Martin and Cizikas at 18:25. The Canes would press to answer that. Ronta covers a dangerous puck with about 10 seconds left in the period. It's 2-1 Carolina, but you could see some momentum for the New York Islanders at the end of that period. Second period, Martinook fires one high on a rush. Good early back and forth between these teams. Then the Islanders press at 5 minutes. We get a power play for the New York Islanders. That was unsuccessful. The shots are 3 apiece at 9 minutes. Koivula fires one wide on a rush. And the Islanders would get a power play on which they scored. Pulick scores from Bailey and Bellows at 15:27. So Kochetkov had just come into the game. And he had come into the game because Ronta got hurt. So there's a storyline coming out of this game that's alarming if you're a Canes fan. First, Anderson was out. Now, Ronta leaves the game. So Kochetkov and Lyon's hurt too. Rumored to be hurt. Like, this is alarming, right? If you're a Canes fan. So that made it a 2-2 tie there. And again, Kochetkov, rude welcome to the game. The fans call one after that. The ref does not. So Islander fans wanted to go right back to the power play. Canes had a 3-on-2 that was defended before the period's out, but it's 2-2 after 2. Third period. Early press by Carolina. Varlamov was sharp, but there's more pressure. The shots are 7-0 for Carolina at 4 minutes. They just kept coming, and eventually Domi gets a goal to give back the lead to the Carolina Hurricanes from Teravainen and Martinook at 5:40. The Canes then press for another. The game starts to open up here. We get some back and forth because the Islanders, who like to lock the game down, well, they can't. They're down by 1 in the third period, so you got to open it up a bit, which kind of favors Carolina, right? The Islanders do get a power play, though. Carolina kills that off, does not allow a shot, so they make up for that power play goal in the second period. A post then for Domi. Things get punchy with 4:33 left. Max Domi's usually in the middle of that. That's fine. Canes weren't giving the Islanders any room. Eventually, the Islanders pull the goaltender to try to get something going. That allows Fast to hit the empty net from Stahl at 17:53. They pull the goalie again. And Brendan Smith from long distance, he gets an empty netter at 18:50. Your final score is 5-2. So it was 3-2 with 2 empty netters. 5-2 is your final. Carolina 52-20-8 on the season. Continue to motor towards what they hope is a division title. They got a big clash with the Rangers coming up. For the Islanders, they're 35-34-10, so they're 1 game above NHL 500. Your shots in this one, 12-10 Islanders in the first, 9 apiece in the second, 15-5 Carolina in the third. Final shots, 34-26 for Carolina. The Canes 1 for 1 on the power play. The Islanders 1 for 3. The hits, 23-11 for the Islanders. Ronta saves 17 out of 18. Kochetkov saves 7 out of 8. And Varlamov saves 29 out of 32. So, good game for Varlamov. And again, really the storyline out of this is, so Carolina, one of my first thoughts was, so is Artur Serbe going to be called back? Are they going to see if Cam Ward's really retired? It's going to be fascinating to see what happens there. All right, last game for this morning, or this afternoon, I guess. I'm reporting this morning. Reporting it this afternoon. They started this morning for me. So Detroit in against the New Jersey Devils, and it was as exciting as one might have expected. Now, I had hoped to see New Jersey with some more fire after the way that game against Carolina ended yesterday. It did not happen. It's Nedeljkovic versus Hammond in this one. Power play for the Wings. That's killed off. The shots are 4-3 for the Devils with 7.5 minutes left. There wasn't a lot going on in this game. The Devils pressed with 5 minutes left. However, on a turnover, Sundqvist would get a goal from Bertuzzi at 15:48. So the Devils, who had, I think, 2 prime scoring opportunities in the first period, not a great move there. Gagne fires one wide on a rush, and in the last minute, the Wings had some pressure. So they're only up 1-0, but the Wings did outplay them. Although they only had 7 shots, the Devils only had 4. So second period, early press by Detroit. The Wings are winning the puck battles at this stage. The shots are 4-0 in their favor at 4 minutes, so they're getting the opportunities. Ernie can't bury one in close. Mercer's denied on the first shot for New Jersey. That was about 5 minutes into the period. Power play for the Devils. That's killed off. So the Devils get another power play. It was also killed off. Shots are 5-2 for the Wings with 8 minutes left. Suter has a rush chance. That's kicked aside. Boquist with a net feed. That's cleared out. Devils press with 2 minutes left. The Devils score. But the Detroit Red Wings challenger for offsides, and it's offside. So it's 1-0 after 2. Third period. Wings had the early jump. Zacha then fires one wide on a turnover. Zacha had some really good opportunities early in that period. Power play then for the Wings. That's killed off. And then Zacha had a break right after, and he misses. They had some little pressure there, but that was about the best flurry that they had in the game. Shots are 3-1 for the Devils at 5.5 minutes. Bastian's robbed in close. Wings press. They draw themselves a power play. So the Wings score. But as a goalie interference, the referee, linesman, they all confer, yep, no goal. So, and no further challenge on that. So, New Jersey pulls the goaltender with about 3 minutes left. Bertuzzi would end up hitting the empty net from Sundqvist and DeKaiser at 17:51. So they pull the goalie again. The empty net goal is Rasmussen from Ernie at 19:47. So your final score is 3-0 for the Detroit Red Wings. They go to 31, 39, and 10 with the win. New Jersey 27, 44, and 8. And I think all Devils fans are ready for the season to just be over. The shots are 7-4 Detroit in the first, 9-5 Detroit in the second. Both teams had 8 shots in the third. Final shots 24-17 for Detroit. Not really a lot going on in this game, seriously. Power plays, Detroit 0 for 3, New Jersey 0 for 2. The hits were 17-14 New Jersey. Nedeljkovic saves all 17 for his 4th shutout this season and the 7th of his career. Hammond 21 saves on 22 shots. So Hamburger played well, no goal support. Let me know your thoughts regarding these games in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.